He united our people in our darkest hours. Regardless of his methods, he was a true king, through and through.
Thank you.
Whatever it is.
I am certain that many of you here as well have had interactions with this king over your time. If any of you wish to say something, the floor is open to you, and I will point out, you are welcome to speak of the king as you experienced him. His life is a tapestry of good and ill, and it is a dishonor to his memory to not say anything of either. Anyone present now may say something if they so wish. Speak with your heart. If at all.
He brought death to our world. He brought death to my people. I never knew them, and I never got to know them. Because the world that I once knew, or at least I knew the stories of, literally is nothing but a plague-ridden, corrupt shell of the light it once was. But that is no longer the case. That it was the nightmares and not him, rather than it was our own kind that decided to snuff the light out of this world and the world beyond. It was understandable.
Thank you. Anyone else that wishes to speak?
As a noble, I think it would be dishonorable of me to leave this without actually saying my truth to him.
His spirit is with us witnessing. Say it.
I found you to be someone I despised and loathed. But when I saw what you did when you moved those demons away, and you showed that you had learned from mistake you had made, it showed great strength of character and ability. Though I do not like you, I can respect you thoroughly for doing what was right, for your people and for yourself. I hope that wherever you go, you will have the chance to live at peace.
Thank you. Would anyone else speak?
A friend of mine says Venstrom was responsible for stopping the war in his homeland. And thanks for my friend, I was not there myself. Sadly he cannot be here, and I'm sure he would want to remind people of that fact.
We are now to begin our final goodbye, should the Herald be willing to do on that rite. As she does so, I invite all of you that took a rose to present them at the foot of this altar. These roses do not symbolize but flowers, but from our hands, view blood shed. In this form it is crimson, it is life essence, it is the ichor that runs in our veins. It is shed in pain one way or another. One cannot draw blood without being cut. For every drop a vampire drinks, someone must bleed, for blood is constant. But in these creations of life, be they thorned and able to prick and draw blood, certainly, their blood red is seen as beauty. And it is with that I wish for his death to be remembered. First Herald, I relinquish this to you.
In Venstrom we return you the land of deads. May you be at peace within King Soleil's soul, and bear witness to his right.
I would invite us to take a moment to silence, contemplate the life and death of this great man. crucible of the energies formed here is forged. This I am making by my might and my powers a potent, magical source. For the next stage of our presentation and our ritual this evening, I'm going to be taking on the mantle for the king in exile of Terminarium, my Chandouer, and the king of the vampires. If I may, hold your attention for but a little while longer. With my new rank, I wish to let everyone know that the role of the Vampire King is one that I am not taking as some blasé, pithy badge. It is the role of the Vampire King to be the chief guide of this species upon this world and other worlds beyond. This world that we live in currently is one of turmoil, of strife. I will not sit here and lie to you and say that my people will not be first among my concern. To do any less would be heresy to my people and my world. But it is impossible for one to do such a thing with no allies, with no friends, with no brothers, sisters, siblings to fight with. We are a great people, we are a powerful people, but we are not in this fight together. This faceless order that has snuffed the connection of our world to another is not just the enemy of Terminarium and of the vampiric people. I am aware that this faceless order is also a group hunting an individual of your all concern, this star child Celandine. Let us share our weapons and spill our blood in mutual support, knowing that this common enemy is one that we can slay together. But for my own people, for those of us here who know speech, I wish to affirm their alignment, not to me, but to the office of the Vampire King. In the Shadow's embrace, under the eternal night of Terminaria, we pledge unwavering allegiance to the vampiric throne, bound by blood and darkness. With Lysandra's final gleam as witness, we swear fealty to this sacred duty, embracing the vampiric bond that echoes through eternity. I now wish to receive my token as we, as one, repeat one final chant. In shadows deep, where no light gleams, eternal night, which endless seems, Lysandra's last, a radiant spark, vampiric kinship, in shadows embark.
I now name Soleil Carmine, by my position as the highest ranking official currently present of the court of the Celestial Crown, King of Terminarium.
Thank you. But there is one more thing that I wish to do. You see, anyone can say words and chant things and wear a crown. But as I said earlier, this chalice is a crucible of energy, of magical might. And in it, I spilled my blood. Who here will spill blood for this realm, for Lysandware, and for their people, I wonder. Which of you will take that step and prove that your actions as the heroes of Torsmead can be bound in blood? Will you? Will you shed blood for this world?
You already have.
Will you? Will you? Will you?
Is that a good idea? It's fine. If you believe in the cause.
Will you? Will you? No. Will you?
I will.
Will you? Will you? Will you?
I will, but if you're going to drink that, don't take much of mine.
Will you? Will you?
I will.
Will you? Will you?
Before I start spilling my blood, I got a question for you. I've listened to this, and I've heard you say you're the Vampire King. You haven't once mentioned the living. What about when our queen died, literally sacrificing herself to come here to bring my father, who perished in the attempt to get here, and then Vermstrom comes in here, causes carnage across this world, and then you take his mantle, but you claim it literally as, I am the Vampire Lord, I am the Vampire King. What about the living? What are you going to do for us? Are you our king? Are you not? Are we someone separate?
I am so glad you asked. The one thing keeping Terminarium from being lost entirely is that final light that twinkles still in its darkness. And that light is not possible without the living. The end result of this plight is acknowledging that while we as vampires exist, we wish to see our realm flourish again, and that is not possible without the living, without you, without everyone here on the realm of Neothera. This blood that has been shed by many of you, I do not accept this as some paltry thing to feast off of and to suck down like a fine gourmet. This blood that I have spilled, that many of you have spilled, is for this world, and is for Terminarium, for Lysandware, the light and the dark, together. I will not drink a drop of blood that you willingly shed, not for me. You shed this blood to save people that you care about. And for that, I will not drink it. But I honor its sacrifice. And I accept everything that you have given me. And I thank you, truly, for speaking your heart.
I never thought I'd see the day when I'd kneel before fucking vampire.
I thank you.
Good fucking luck. Fuck.
This chalice, this rite being complete, will never forget the things that we have done here today. This chalice will serve eternally as a symbol of the pact we have all those of you that shed, have sworn. thank you. And I am finished. Thank you for attending.